Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, if you're not, welcome back. It's been a while since I posted anything. It's been kind of a busy summer here in St. George, but I'm going to get back at this. I'm going to put a lot of content out, some playing lessons that we're going to videotape. But I wanted to start with an introduction about what I teach and what makes it a little bit different than anything you're going to see on YouTube, I think. There's a lot of information out there. There's a million different instructors that are either qualified or not qualified, who knows, but there's a lot of misinformation out there. I'm going to tell you right now, what I teach is very, very simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. So I'm going to start with this first. What I'm not an instructor who's going to tell you that I can fix you in 5 minutes and you're going to be for the rest of your life. It's not going to happen. I can do things with you in 5 or 10 minutes that's going to make you understand what you should be trying to do in the golf swing. But if it was that easy, tour pros wouldn't practice. They're out there sometimes 8-10 hours a day, every day, trying to hone their craft. I tell my students right off the bat, if you're trying to get better at golf, try to think about it like playing the piano. It's not an afternoon thing. You're not going to take a lesson today and this afternoon be able to play the piano. But little by little, you'll get better and better and better. And someday when you learn how to play the piano, you're not going to forget it. If you learn how to play this game correctly, with the right sequence, I'm going to use that word over and over and over, sequence in a golf swing. Once you do that, you're going to play golf better for the rest of your life. If you try to band-aid, and that's what almost every other lesson is going to be, if you try to do that and get better this afternoon, I want to play better this afternoon, I'm going to change one thing and tweak it, you might play a little better this afternoon, but you're not going to ever get really consistent in what most people want in their golf game, okay? So let me start by explaining what I mean by sequence and what creates consistency. Every single tour pro, man, woman, doesn't matter what tour they're on, every single one of them, they'll move the golf club. We're going to talk about what happens in the golf swing from about right here to right there, okay? That's it. I don't care what you do. You can Matt Wolf, you can Jim Furyk, you can do a lot of stuff. Now, those things make it a little more challenging maybe to get back to this position, but if I get to a position here where the club face is square, not open, with a weak grip, but square, and I can take that square face and move it into impact with just moving my body, that brings everything in, and then let my hands release after I get to that position, I can play this game. So the whole idea is there's a couple of things. When we look at TrackMan, club path is what our body's doing and face angle is what our hands are doing. So most people come down on the bottom of the golf swing and their face is too open. That's from a bad grip. I'll tell you, 90% of the time you can start fixing your game by getting your grip away from this thumb down the middle, feeling like you're gripping it up here and everything's really good. Get it in the fingers and move it over. I've got a grip video on there. I'm not going to go over it right now, but you've got to have a neutral grip, and that's neutral. And the first time you do that, you'll swear this can't be right. But you cannot get the face square with a weak grip. You'll be open here every time, which creates this early extension to shut the face to get it square, and also some over the top move, okay? Now, there are some tour pros, I'm going to tell you that. Dustin Johnson and Jon Rahm get it square with a weak grip because they do this at the top. Collin Morikawa does it on the downswing. If you want to learn how to rotate this wrist to shut the face down this way, go for it. I don't teach it because I think you could injure yourself if you do it. Collin Morikawa was on a channel just a couple weeks ago with Grant Horvat, and he even said, yeah, this is what I do, but I wouldn't teach it. So it's just what I've always done, okay? So we don't ever swing a bat and do this because the bat's round, so we don't have to. But with a golf club, if I don't do something, it's going to be here. So if I take that, square it up, and then put it back down, all I've done is change the grip. If I can be in this position on the downswing where the face is square, my elbows are in here tight, and I'm right here, and then I can push this club head, move it through with my hands and everything moving only because I'm rotating, and then let the club extend afterwards with just this wrist. If I do that, I can play this game very, very consistently. This creates a lot of consistency. There's no timing in that. Guys who throw early stand up, or they chicken wing it, so they're not sure of where they're going to hit the ground when that happens. And the other thing is, once I start throwing early, this face wants to rotate through impact this way, so that creates a timing move. This creates timing issues. How much am I standing up? When I can put the club here, turn through this way, use my body, and just let my hands extend, which is exactly what I would do if I swung a bat, which is exactly what I would do if I threw a ball. If I learn how to do that, I can play this game, and I can be consistent. Once I learn to do that, and it feels as natural swinging a bat, you'll never play the game the same way again. It'll feel like you're cheating. You'll hit the ball much more crisp. You'll hit it much straighter, much more consistently. I promise you that. So that's why I teach what I teach, but it takes a lot of repetitious drills from right here to right here. My students either do a lot of drills or they won't get better. And I picked up a student the other day and I was telling him the same thing, and he wants to swing hard on the range. He's got new clubs he wants to play. I'm not the right guy. I'm not for everyone. I'm for the guys who want to change their game and make it better in the long run. So you'll be better 3 months, 6 months from now, a year from now, much better. And you'll be better for the rest of your life. The guy that wants to take a lesson today and go play tomorrow and beat his buddies, I'm not that guy, to some extent. I could help even that person, probably, but not permanent long term, okay? So, if you want to go to work, you want to change your game, you're excited about doing drills, finding a way to make your game better, this is the channel, and I'm the guy. Okay, guys, let's go to work.